Crossing.
Welcome to Ride Along With. My name is Ben Smith, Social Media Manager for Oak Park Public Safety, and welcome to our very first Ride Along. In our inaugural episode, we're going to welcome in a guy who, if you've been to an event in the city, you've probably seen him around. The model of community policing here in Oak Park, and unfortunately for us, this will be one of his last handful of rides as an Oak Park Public Safety Officer after a stellar 28-year career in law enforcement. Today, we cover everything from his upcoming retirement, family, and the story of fulfilling a promise he made to his mother before he starts his next chapter in life. Please help me welcome Officer Devin Benson as we jump right into our discussion and address his upcoming retirement. But let's just kind of get into it. How far away is retirement for you? Because that's coming.
So it's going to be at the end of August of this year. I will be retiring.
Is it becoming more of a reality as you get closer?
It is. It's actually a little scary.
Yeah.
I've been doing this I've been in Oak Park for 25 years. So I could say almost that like the city. I started when I was young, getting older, and it's a little sad. I have to say it's a little sad.
Are you thinking about what 24-hour day is going to be like for you after this?
After this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 6 months off, relax a little bit. So from there, I figure out what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a lot of exercise and spending time with my mother and then go from there.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to be different.
You're doing something that I commend you for, because right now I think a lot of people could learn from what you're doing right now, and that's you went back to school.
Yeah.
You've been telling us all about that,
Yep.
and I'm really excited to see where that goes. So what's the plan? I guess, what are you studying? I guess that's the first question.
So I'm studying business administration with a leadership and diversity. And I went back to school my last year of retirement. And that's been a little different also, because the last time I was in formal school was in 1994.
Okay. Things have changed a bit.
A lot. It was word processor and floppy disk.
Yeah.
Now it's Canvas and Portal.
Yeah.
We used the World Book Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Or we went to the library to do research.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different, but I've caught on. I'm doing well. I've been to my 4th class, and I got all A's so far, so good.
Are you hoping to turn that into like a post-policing career, or?
Well, you know what? It was something that I promised my mother I would finish school.
That's awesome.
When I left college. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to finish it for her. Later on, I think what I'm going to do, I'm looking to doing something in the school district.
Cool.
I'm working in the school district. Haven't decided exactly what, but that's my next journey. I would like to work in the schools.
I mean, you go from community policing to actually just kind of getting in there with the community. I think that's great.
Correct.
Speaking of family, one of my favorite stories I love to tell about you is when we both realized that we had already crossed paths before. You're actually the second member of your family that I've interviewed before.
Yes. It was funny. I looked at some pictures, and I saw you on some pictures, actually with my daughter playing basketball for Warren Cosno, and I didn't put 2 and 2 together, but you the one was interviewing her after a couple games.
I just remember you started talking about her a little.
I remember that. And then I went back, and then I saw we had some pictures when you were interviewing her. So then that's when we put it together.
If you started a fast break and she was running down the sideline, it was pretty much over. She was going to score. She was going to score or set something up or something.
Right.
You know, she was the fastest one on a fast break I have ever watched.
What I always liked about Oak Park is that you could really genuinely tell that the citizens really cared about you.
Yeah.
I mean, you could come down the street and they'll wave at you. They'll pull you over to stop. Like we're talking about holidays, they'll bring food up there. I felt that they love public safety.
Yeah.
And that made the job easier. You know, some days you might not have a good day, but you could be coming down the street and run into one of the citizens and they'll stop and talk to you. And then they'll tell you how they really appreciate us. So that has helped my career tremendously.
You guys are putting in the work of getting out there in the community. Are there any kind of the moments that stick out to you, something that makes you feel good when you think about it?
You know, the citizens, just give you just prime example, we're in the schools a lot. You forget how the kids look up to you like a superhero.
Yeah.
So a lot of times when you go into school, man, I go into school, sometimes I'm walking past a class and the kids just go crazy.
All right, well, it's time to have a little fun now. Let's get to the questions. There are questions I've always wanted to ask police officers, and now I have a chance to do it in this job, so it's pretty fun. So we're going to talk film and TV police tropes, and we'll see if any of these things actually happen in real life, because I don't believe any of them do.
Okay.
All right, but when you're watching like a cop show, what is something that happens in a cop show and you're like, that's ridiculous?
Sometimes you see the person stand out there and shoot right in front of a person. That's not true.
Yeah.
You better get behind the car and conceal, man.
All right.
They never show the paperwork.
Yeah.
They never
That'd be
show
a
the
boring
paperwork.
show. All right, how about any of these things? Just let me know if you've ever done any of these things. Have you ever slid across the hood of a car in pursuit of a suspect or just to get into the car?
Never.
Never. They just make it look cool. Have you ever been in a car and physically had to put a light on top of the car to chase a suspect?
Starsky and Hutch?
Yeah.
Never.
No?
Never had to do that. That's TV.
We're going to close things out here. These are the 3 questions that I end every ride along here with. First one, what do you look forward to?
Serving the Lord. I look forward to doing that. Seeing my kids grow up, perhaps one day being a grandfather, just living a wholesome life.
Yeah.
I just see myself as getting old, enjoying life, traveling.
What scares you?
I think what's going to scare me is the day after I retire. It's going to definitely be a change.
Yeah.
And as I see with these last couple of months coming up, I'm starting to feel it a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, starting to think like, man, come down, you get up at the same time, you come down the road at the same time. I think it's going to be a little different.
Yeah.
So that's a little scary. It's a good scary, but it's also just a little different.
Are you starting to do the thing where like, oh, it's my last Christmas shift, or
Yeah, I did.
I
did do that.
Yeah.
This is my last school year being in the schools here. Last 4th of July. Last time just riding up and down these streets as a patrolman.
Right.
You know, so I think that's a little different right there.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be a little strange.
Yeah.
You know?
But strange isn't always bad.
Like I say, everything comes to an end. I have enjoyed my job.
You put in the work and now you're getting to reap the benefits.
Yeah, and also just working for a good department, great department.
Yeah.
Dealing with the citizens and everything. It's great.
Yeah. Can't complain. And finally, what motivates you?
Waking up every morning. I think a lot of times we take it for granted.
Yeah.
You know, we assume that we're going to wake up. Waking up in the morning to start your next day. My family motivates me. I see, you know, like we were talking about, there's days I've missed games, there's days I've missed things, but they always understood and been right there for me.
Yeah.
So that's what motivates me.
Well, I guess last thing, you know, we got the cameras here.
Yeah.
You know, this is going to go out to the people. Anything you want to say to the folks at Oak Park?
Oh, man. You know, it's been a good 25 years in the city of Oak Park. A lot of you have became family. You have seen me grow as a 150-pound officer, almost like some of your kids. I have some people, I'm like their sons.
Yeah.
And I really just appreciate that you accepted me when I was having sometimes bad days, lifting my spirits up just with a high. Telling me how much you appreciate me being here. I really appreciate that. I just thank you.
Yeah, that's
And
awesome.
you see me around, say hi, and it's been great.
Yeah. Well, he's still got until August, so he'll be around.
I still have August, and you see me speak to him.
Yeah. Well, Officer Benson, I really appreciate you doing this. It's the first one we're doing, first one that's going to get released, so I appreciate your time, man. Make sure you follow Oak Park Public Safety on Facebook at Oak Park Public Safety. I'm Ben Smith. Once again, Officer Benson, thank you. All right. See you next time.
See you.